What is happening, and welcome to another Photography Talk episode. And friends, this is episode 145, and just last week we talked about a bunch of rumors about the GoPro Hero 11 Black and the Hero 11 Mini. And well, as it turns out, a lot of the rumors were right now that both cameras have officially been announced. Now we're going to take a deep dive into their specs and features in just a moment. But also, DJI has a new action cam which has some very interesting features of its own in a price tag that is really tough to beat. Now this thing is called the Osmo Action 3. And we're also going to take a look at the specs and features in today's episode as well. Now we're also going to close things off with a chat about Canon's recent legal action against Viltrox and discuss what that means for the future of third-party RF-mounted lens. We've got a lot to discuss today, so let's get to it. But first, look, friends, every single week we put a video like this together with the top 3 news-related articles in the industry, keeping you guys informed with small little bite-sized little segments here. Now, of course, our goal is to keep you up to speed as far as what is happening in the industry. And of course, if we do, hey, you know where I'm leaning with this. There's that like button down below with the whole YouTube algorithm. And every time you hit that button, it not only communicates to us that you appreciate the video, and we appreciate that, but more importantly, it tells YouTube's algorithm that all the stuff that it needs to, and it really helps out the channel quite a bit there. That said, well, let's shift gears and dive into this week's headlines. Now, if you saw Photography Talk episode 144 just from last week, we discussed rumors about the upcoming GoPro Hero 11 and the Hero Mini. Well, now we can talk about the official specs and features. Now, as what was expected, the Hero 11 and Mini both include a new 27 megapixel sensor. The sensor also has some really interesting capabilities, including a 10-bit color video capture, 360-degree horizon lock, and a new ultra-wide hyper view setting. Now, video can be captured at 5.3K in 60 frames per second, and imaging quality gets a boost with 64 times the color quality the color capturing quality than the previous sensor. Now, as with HyperView, it enables you to record at 16:9 field of view. You can also capture video at an 8:7 aspect ratio for vertical videos. Now, these videos then, of course, can be quickly published on platforms like TikTok and Instagram using GoPro's Quick app. Now, other goodies include Hypersmooth 5.0 stabilization, which is pretty exciting because this is one of the things that over the years I've seen the transition of their stabilization, and GoPro really kicks tail end. So it's going to really be interesting to see how this new stabilization compares to the last before that, which have always been really good. Now, diving further, you have night effect time-lapse for capturing light trails and star trails, and an upgraded time-lapse feature that now records up to 5.3K. Now, an improved Enduro battery is also available, and they state that you can get extended range of recording times up to 38%. Now, I've been using the Enduro batteries for better part of a year, and actually all my batteries, or the batteries that I now only use in my 9 and my 10, have been the Enduro. So these batteries do really kick ass. Now, the Mini has all these features but lacks the front and rear screens as the Hero 11 to maintain a much smaller footprint. Now, the front has a single button to make the operation actually just streamline it. It's, the back has folding attachment points for adding accessories. Now, of course, the Hero 11 Black is the same form factor as the Hero 10 Black, so you can pretty much use all your existing GoPro accessories, which is a big plus, because you remember it hasn't always been that way as GoPro releases new cameras, and when it doesn't, that kind of sucks because you have to go out there and buy all new accessories. Now, both the Hero 11 Black and the Black Mini are now available. The Hero 11 is going on sale for $500, and the Mini is $100 less at $400. So if you're a GoPro subscriber, you get $100 off. Now, of course, I'm going to put links down in the description for you if you want to pick up one of these. Now, not to be outdone by GoPro, DJI just released its new action camera, the DJI Osmo 3. Now, as you might recall, the first Osmo camera was released 2019. Now, that camera was the Osmo Action, and of course it had it had a look and feel that was very similar to GoPro. Then in 2020, the second camera in the lineup was released, but it had a completely different factor, or form factor rather, and the Osmo part of the name was left out. So it was simply called the Action 2. Well, DJI is jumping in the Wayback Machine and has gone to its original name and form factor for the Osmo 3. Now the camera has a Type 1/1.7 sensor that's capable of 12 megapixel still images. Video capabilities are top out at 4K 120 frames per second in a 16:9 aspect ratio. Now the video recording is up to 4K 60 frames per second, is also available in a 4:3 format. Now a super wide 155-degree field of view is available for video recording as well. Now you can shoot vertical form video, use the camera for live viewing, and take advantage of multiple features that stabilize and level the video itself. Now in fact, DJI's horizon balancing feature corrects horizontal tilt up to 45 degrees when shooting in 4K 60, which is pretty stinking cool. Now this also has a front and rear touchscreens, 3 built-in microphones, and can be used as a webcam, which I think is pretty smart when you factor how many people are now working out of their homes. In a lot of cases, they need to have a webcam. So you're able to tap into that market as well. It kind of just builds out that market share audience horizontally a little bit further. But perhaps the best feature with the Osmo Action 3 is its battery. Now this thing comes with a 1770 milliamp hour extreme battery that enables up to 160 minutes of video recording on a single charge. Now what's more is it can charge completely from dead to 80% in as little as 18 minutes. Now that is blazing fast, and up to full capacity in just 50 minutes. And so basically, hell, if you have a single battery and you're ready to get back outdoors to the adventure, that kind of quick charging is exactly what you want. But as I keep saying, you should have multiple batteries so you don't have to be put on pause to begin with. Now the Osmo Action 3 is available for pre-order for $329, so it's actually pretty affordable. And of course, I'm going to put a link down below to that as well. Now, one of the reasons you may recall I switched over to Canon a few years ago was because of their collection of RF mount lenses. They're absolutely simply incredible. But if there was one knock against the early collection of RF lenses, is that they were mostly higher lenses and they were, of course, pricier lenses. Now, recently, though, Canon has released quite a handful of lenses that are, I guess we could say, just budget friendly, or a lot more budget friendly. But photographers have long looked at third-party vendors for budget glass, and Canon shooters are absolutely no exception in that. Now, there are many excellent RF mount lenses that are from companies like Rokinon, Lensbaby, and Viltrox, to name a few. Now, apparently, though, Canon isn't really thrilled about this and doesn't want customers to continue buying third-party lenses. Viltrox recently released a RF mount lens that's autofocus capable. Now, Viltrox was able to create the lens because what they did is they reverse engineered what Canon developed. And they had to reverse engineer because Canon doesn't license RF mount to nobody. So Canon issued a cease and desist letter saying, or basically to Viltrox, saying that the company was infringing on Canon's patent. Now the cease and desist letter specifically mentions autofocus lenses, but to be safe, Viltrox has pulled all of their RF mount lenses. Now this could also mean that other companies that produce RF glass also pull their products. Now, Canon is the only major manufacturer that doesn't license their mount to other companies. So without third-party companies producing cheaper alternatives, more affordable alternatives, Canon shooters will be left to buying Canon glass. Now, let's be clear here. I'm not complaining about Canon's glass. I have several Canon RF lenses, and they are some of the best lenses that I've ever used. It's just a shame that Canon is the only major camera company that doesn't license their mounts. I mean, doing so leads to a far greater selection at a greater price range for shooters like you and me. Now, just my 2 cents on this, I think it's a smart move to allow companies to come up with these additional lenses because, look, people that are maybe looking at the RF lineup from a distance, but they always buy the body, but then they buy the third-party lenses to save some bucks. Well, Canon can make their money on the bodies, and that's better than nothing. I don't know. What do you think about this? Leave a comment below. Do you think Canon should continue, or I'm sorry, should allow companies to make these RF mounts? Leave a comment below. And basically, going back to this, how this all plays out in the future remains to be seen. But for now, if you want a cheap third-party lens for a Canon RF mount camera, you better buy one fast before they yank them off the shelves. All right, friends, with the news out of the way, our current giveaway is going strong. And if you haven't entered yet, you should. We have 3 great prizes up for the grabs. We have a Holdfast Thermographer bag, we have a Holdfast leather camera strap, and we have the $100 Amazon gift card. Now, as always, entering the giveaway is actually quite simple. Step 1, like this video, subscribe to our channel. Step 2, leave a comment below. In fact, the more of our videos that you watch and leave a comment on, the more chances that you have to win. So, get watching some more of the videos and leave some comments. Step 3, register on Photography Talk and introduce yourself in the forum. Now, if you happen to already register on the site during one of the last giveaways, you're still eligible to win. But as I keep saying over and over again, swing on by, say hello. We would love to see you. And friend, that is it. For complete details on the giveaway, including how to register on the site, including how to say hello in the forum, check out the description below. Good luck. And one last thing before I go shutting off the cameras here. If you enjoy this sort of content, be sure to head over to Photography Talk, sign up for an account. It's free to do so, and it gives you access to literally thousands of photography-related articles on the site, including news articles about camera gear, photography tutorials, and much more. So take a moment, sign up for an account, and get access to material that will help you take your best shot. And friends, boom, just like that, Photography Talk episode 145 is done. It is in the bag, and now it's that time of the video where I'm going to ask you to do all that YouTube stuff, like, subscribe, and hit that bell, so therefore you don't miss a single video that we have or that we come out with here in the future. But that is, friends, that's all I have. So I'm going to shut off the camera so you get out there, stay healthy, and take your best shot.